Welcome to Rock Solid Productions, where in this video we are going to check out the Admiral Premium Wireless Bluetooth Controller designed for the Nintendo 64 from Hyperkin. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Gary here with Rock Solid Productions. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, just want to take a second and say thank you for stopping by and checking out what we have going on here with this video. If you like what you see here, I invite you to check out some of the other videos that we have here on the channel, including an entire playlist dedicated to Hyperkin and Hyperkin accessories. And if you really like what you see here, do me a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and that bell notification. That way each and every time that we do upload new content, you are kept the most up to date. In 2018, Hyperkin announced the development of this controller that I have in my hands here. This is the Admiral Premium Wireless Bluetooth Controller, and it is designed for the Nintendo 64. It promises to help you cut the cord when you want to play your N64 games, like we've got Kirby playing behind me here. And this is actually the Japanese version of Kirby. If you want to learn how to go ahead and make your N64 region free, I have a tutorial on how to do that. Check out the annotation right up there to learn how to do that. Pretty simple to do. So what we are going to do is we are going to take the Admiral box, we're going to throw it on our bench, we're going to unbox it, we're going to see how it comes out of the box, and then we're going to take it and do some gameplay with it. Now, one thing I will say I'm a little unsure of, at least disappointed potentially, there's something that's not secured inside the box. So we're going to take a look. It's probably the charging cord, but at the same time, that doesn't instill a whole lot of confidence, at least out of the box. We'll check it out and see exactly what it is. We're going to take it, like I say, throw it on the bench and see how it comes out of the box. We'll see what that rattling around is too. Let's get started. With the Admiral on the bench here you can see that it is the Premium Wireless Bluetooth Controller for the Nintendo 64. This is the white one. As you can see, there is also a black option as well that kind of looks pretty badass. I think the black one looks really, really cool myself. Now, one of the interesting things on the bottom of the box, you can see that it is claiming to be compatible with the N64, PC, Mac, and Android. Since it is Bluetooth, I'm kind of curious to see, will this pair to the Switch as well? Theoretically, it might. Not sure though, we'll have to test that out. On the back, you can take your game night to the next level with Hyperkin's Admiral Premium Wireless Bluetooth Controller for the N64. Its comfortable ergonomic design, high-performance analog stick, and dual Z buttons give you the edge you need to double jump, Z target, and smash your way through any competition. You can see the same information below, just in different languages. Further down below, insert a storage memory card not included into the designated slot on the dongle and back up or transfer your game memory card save data. Again, more languages down below. Compatible with original memory cards, third-party game memory cards, and standard storage memory cards. Built-in lithium-ion battery lasts for 6 hours of gameplay, that's really good, and recharges with the included micro cable. Compatible with all N64 models as well as Mac, PC, iOS, and Android. It's curious that they don't call out the Switch. I'm wondering if it's going to work or not. Let's go ahead and we will open this up real quick. We can kind of see what that rattling around was. I think it was the micro USB cable, and there it pops right out, along with, there's the manual. So Hyperkin, just a little piece of advice from an end user. If there's some way, any way you can secure that cable inside the packaging so it's not rattling around, it'll give consumers a little bit more confidence, at least in my opinion. We'll set those aside for now, and we will pop out both the dongle and the controller itself from the packaging. So looking at the dongle itself, you have sync, TM, memory card, TM, CM. And then it does have a micro USB slot on here too, so I'm wondering if you can hook this up to your computer to transfer data. Let's see, on the side here it says insert memory card with the contacts facing you. Insert memory card with the contacts facing you. The memory card has contacts on both sides. I think if you just line it up with the half moon and the half moon on the back, you should be good to go, just like, yeah, that goes right together just like that. That's really weird that they have that wording on there. Now I do want to check and see if a third-party Rumble Pack memory card will fit, and this one here, this performance one, just does not want to go. I'm not sure if this was a Mad Catz or a Pelican. If someone remembers the performance, you know, what brand that was, let me know, please. But this memory card, not compatible with the dongle. This is nice and narrow as well, so you should be able to move and have multiple wireless Admiral controllers on your system without any problem whatsoever. Setting the dongle aside, let's look at the controller itself. The analog stick, the spring feels awfully tight, and I'll say the nub feels kind of small. I'm actually surprised how small that is. The range of motion seems a little short as well. The D-pad feels good, A and B feel fine, the C buttons feel fine. Now you do have R and L on the top as you would expect, along with dual Z triggers. I will say the R and L and the Z triggers, they feel pretty good. I'm one of those kind of people though where I kind of wish it just had one Z trigger. Up top you do also have your charge port and your sync button. Diving into the manual itself. To sync the Admiral with your console turned off, plug the dongle into one of the controller ports. Make sure the mode switch on the dongle is in the down position in controller mode. Oh, so down position on the switch, that is controller mode. Switching up would be transfer mode. Okay, that makes sense. Power your console on and then press the dongle sync button to enter pairing mode. Once pressed, the top LED indicator on the dongle will start to quickly flash blue. Hold the controller sync button on your Admiral for 5 seconds to begin syncing your controller. Once pressed, the right LED indicator on the Admiral will start to quickly flash blue. Both the top LED indicator on the dongle and the right LED indicator on the Admiral will light up solid blue when fully synced. To connect to a Bluetooth device, just hold the sync button for 5 seconds. Once pressed, the right LED indicator on your controller will quickly flash blue. When connecting to a Bluetooth compatible device such as a computer, the controller will show up as Hyperkin Pad. When fully synced, the right LED indicator will light up solid blue. Pretty simple there. The mode switch on the dongle allows you to toggle between controller mode and transfer mode, just like what we thought. Moving the mode switch into the down position enables controller transfer. Moving the mode switch into the down position enables controller mode. Controller mode allows for traditional usage of your controller. Moving the controller switch to the up position allows for transfer mode. This enables you to transfer your save data from your storage memory card, not included, to your game memory card. Storage memory card, it's just an SD card, so don't get confused there. That's why they're also saying on the label here, insert memory card with the contacts facing you. Whenever you see just memory card in the manual and whatnot, think micro SD card. Let's see, transferring the save data from memory card to storage memory card, from SD card to memory card. Plug the dongle into controller port, make sure that your compatible storage memory card and your game memory card are inserted to their corresponding slots on the dongle. Power up your console and move the mode switch to the up position. Once it's in the up position, the bottom LED indicator will quickly flash yellow, indicating that transfer mode is enabled. The bottom LED indicator will continually flash for as long as it is transfer mode. Press the dongle sync button once to transfer the data from your game memory card to the storage memory card, basically from the memory card to your SD card. Both the top and bottom dongle LED indicators will illuminate a bright blue and yellow light for a few seconds to indicate a successful transfer. Remove the memory storage card from the dongle, your SD card, and insert it into your computer directly or into a device that is compatible with your computer. Once inserted, you can open the file. It will be listed as r.mpk. You can save the file onto your computer to securely store the saved download. So what we're going to do now at this point is we are going to charge up the Admiral controller, and then we're going to do some testing. Let's get started. So we charged up the Admiral for a bit, and we've got it now on our system. We are playing through our N64 using HD Retrovision cables, going through our RetroTink 2X and straight into our capture card using a Marseille M cable. So this picture looks really, really good. I will say, just holding this, damn, this is comfortable. My hand just kind of falls right into place with it. So we're gonna fly over to Mos Eisley real quick, see how everything is looking. We could use the X-Wing. We're gonna use the A-Wing. Now on this game here too, the D-pad will kind of change our views and some other things as well. So B is fire. I think A was the torpedoes. I will say the analog stick feels kind of touchy. I wish there was a little bit more deadband. It feels very staccato. I know I've said that about a couple things lately. but it just feels like it needs to have more deadband in it. Like if I want to try to make precise moves around center, it just doesn't. It almost feels like it's a digital stick versus an analog. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I hope it does. So yeah, I mean, as I'm, around center, I mean, that's very little movement to get the ship to move. I kind of wish it had more deadband to it. In the world of RC, we call it adding exponential. And especially like with airplanes, RC airplanes and helicopters, having exponential in your radio really helps make things, less touchy and easier to fly. I do kind of wish that there was only one Z trigger. I know that probably sounds weird, but since it's kind of a redundant functionality to have them both there, having just one would make it easier to feel which one you need to be using. Well, it wouldn't be which one to be using. There would only be one. So Rogue Squadron feels okay. Let's move on to our next title. I mean, 007 GoldenEye is like one of the definitive games for the N64. We've got to check it out. So watch the sight on the right-hand side of the screen. I'm barely going to touch this. So I've got to move it up a lot more than down to get it to move. I wish there was a way that I could kind of, like I mentioned earlier, could adjust the settings on here to make it less sensitive around center. That would, kind of help with the deadband, I think. Or not help with the deadband, but give it some deadband so that it would be easier to play and everything. See, and this is where having that, be so sensitive is a bit of a challenge. Got him. Got him too. I don't know why he didn't die right away, but he didn't. All right, we've got quite a few guys down that way shooting at us. Can't quite see them from where we're at. There's probably one in the tower. Yeah, this is one of those areas where I can really tell that I could use more deadband around center. All right, come here, you. It is definitely challenging to keep it on point with where it's supposed to be at. On there. I think we got him. Nope, he's still there. I think we finally got the guy in the bunker. And the guy outside the bunker. We did. All right, so 007 definitely shows that it has a little bit of a sensitivity issue around center, kind of like what we found in Rogue Squadron. Next game. So I have never claimed to be a Smash Brothers expert, but it's one of those games that, kind of like GoldenEye, the N64 is known for. So as such, we got to test it out. We'll play as Mario because I actually know some of his moves, and we've got against Link. We're kind of taking it to Link. Got him! All right, we'll try one more because normally I don't do that well here in Smash Brothers. Oh, I hate this level. These damn Yoshis. Oh, almost died there. Managed to stay on the edge. If you've never played Yoshi's Story for the N64, highly recommend it. Great game, so much fun. Yeah, I mean, I've got to say Smash Brothers working pretty decently. And I mean, I'm not the best Smash player ever. I'm not even a very good Smash player, I'd say. Oh, he got me there. Got me again. Oh, he got me again. Got through the Yoshis. Not too bad, pretty responsive. It's a button masher to me. Next, we want to try and have perhaps one of the greatest nights in the history of the great sport of wrestling. We're going to go to WCW NWO Challenge. Now, one of the things that's on screen right now, Rumble Pack supported, insert Rumble Pack now. There's no vibration to this. It's a killer. It just, oh, I can't believe it. Now, we're going to do championship. We are going to do cruiserweight in honor of the late chairman of the board, the one and only La Parka. For those who haven't heard, La Parka actually recently passed away from complications due to a head injury. Now, one of the things unique about this game is the fact that you actually use the D-pad instead of the analog stick for your moves. And then your moves are actually, or the analog stick is used for like your specials and taunts and stuff. Like right there, we do the La Parka strut. La Parka taking the action outside, raking the eyes. What a heelish move. Oh, into the guardrail too. Oh, he's got the surfboard. This is the greatest night in the history of our sport. Interesting thing about La Parka too is he was one of the bigger luchadors out there. He was over 6 feet tall, if I remember right. Doing a little dancing now on the edge of or inside the ring. Oh, and he reversed the reversal. So that's going to do it for our playthrough with the Admiral Wireless Bluetooth Controller for the N64. Now, I apologize for cutting that stunning WCW Cruiserweight match a little bit short. Had an issue with my capture card where it just stopped recording the video, but I had audio. So you may have noticed too a couple times the audio was out of sync. Same thing, gotta check the firmware on that. But when it comes to the Admiral, there's a few, I'm left kind of torn on this. First and foremost, it's incredibly comfortable to hold. They have nailed the ergonomics and the aesthetics to it. If you are a fan of like the Horipad, I would say this is bigger in all the right areas to give you something a little bit more substantial to hang on to. The button placements are great. I love the way my fingers just fall into place in the divots back here. I don't like the fact that the analog stick, to me at least, felt overly sensitive, and it felt like neutral was closer to down than up. You saw that in my 007 GoldenEye footage where I could, barely press down and the reticule would start moving down, but I had to push up quite a ways to get it to go up. I wish there was a way that I could go ahead and kind of recenter the stick digitally in this casing, if that makes sense. Speaking of other things I wish this would do, I wish there was a way that I could use this micro USB port that's on here and connect it to my computer to be able to download from the SD card or from the memory card straight to my computer. The way it is right now, it works, but it's not as elegant as it could be. There are other systems that were released back during the N64's heyday that allowed you to do just that. I think it was called a Dex drive or something like that, not to be confused with Samsung Dex. For the money for what it does, this is a very nice wireless controller, but it does leave some chips on the table where others could come and improve. Now, we have seen, even since the announcement of the Admiral, a number of other controllers not just announced, but released and shipped. Now, granted, this is the first one that has shipped that is wireless, so the Admiral has that going for it. It also has the memory card backup to the SD back there. It also has that going in its favor. But there are other controllers out there that have rumble that this doesn't have, and while corded, feel a little bit better on the analog stick. But these are just my opinions. I want to know what you think down in the comments section. Have you tried one of these yet? And if you have, what are your thoughts? Do you prefer the black one or the white one? The white one is cool looking. I actually think the black one kind of has, well, a bit of a Darth Vader look to it. This This actually has a little bit of a Stormtrooper look, I gotta say. But overall, I like the aesthetics and the feel of it. It just left a little bit on the table from my perspective. Again, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. If you do have any other comments or questions, as always, feel free to email me at rocksolidmail@gmail.com. Hit me up on Twitter at RockSolidStudios, Facebook at facebook.com/RockSolidProductions, and Instagram at instagram.com/RockSolidProductionsGK. Now, if you want to help support the channel and get early access to our video content, you can do so by joining us over on our Patreon page at patreon.com/RockSolid. For as little as $1 a month, $12 a year, you get early access to all of our video content, exclusive content, and a whole lot more. You can also head on over to our Teespring store on screen right now, where you can pick up t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, and more, all featuring the Rock Solid Productions logo on there. And if you're looking to pick up an Admiral for yourself, do me a favor, head on over to CastlemaniaGames.com. And one of the cool things over there on the website is what's called Castle Cash. It's the loyalty program that Ryan has set up over there, where the more you spend, the more you earn that you can apply towards future purchases. And the beautiful thing, Castle Cash is just like cash. So if you have $10 in Castle Cash, you have $10 to spend on the site. Unlike certain promo codes that aren't applicable to everything on the website, Castle Cash works across the board. Now, speaking of promo codes, we do also have one you can try too, Rock Solid 10. It'll save you 10% off of most items on the website. I'm not quite sure if it's applicable on these. Try it in the cart during the checkout process. If it works, it'll let you know right there. Otherwise, it'll let you know right there too. Don't forget to sign up for his email newsletter too. He has other discount codes that you can get in there as well, sometimes for as much as 10 to 15% off on a future purchase. Pretty cool there. And like I mentioned at the top of this video, if you like what you see here, if you want to see more, if you want to help support independent creators on YouTube like me, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that bell notification. That way you are kept the most up to date. Now, I do want to thank Hyperkin for sending us one of these for review. It is a good controller. Like I say, leaves a little bit on the table. Interested to see what a V2 could look like. Something with maybe a little bit bigger of an analog stick, a little bit better around neutral, maybe the ability to connect the dongle up to your PC and be able to download and back up your files that way directly. A lot of potential. I am Gary. This has been Rock Solid Productions and our look at the Hyperkin Admiral Bluetooth Wireless Controller for the Nintendo 64. I thank you for watching. I hope to see you soon.